Winter rolled in quietly that year. The kind of winter that came with more rain than snow, more fog than frost. Bruno had never liked the cold. His little body would shiver even under 2 layers of sweaters. Emily started bundling him up in flannel wraps and heat pads, rubbing coconut oil into his paws to keep them from cracking. By now, their bond was more than just pet and owner. Bruno was her partner, her why. The story they had sparked, born from infection and desperation, was no longer just a story. It had become a movement. Emily had started an online support group, Frenchie Skin Warriors. What began as 10 people soon became 1,000, then 10,000. Parents, students, retirees, single mothers, disabled veterans, all connected by one thing, a French Bulldog they loved, and the heartbreak of watching them suffer with painful skin issues. And this wasn't just about itching or scratching. No, it was deeper. Owners described sleepless nights listening to their dogs cry, hiding in corners, refusing food, flinching at every touch. Some spoke of depression, real depression, from the constant stress and worry, the financial drain of vet visits that left them with more prescriptions and answers. They felt helpless, abandoned by the pet industry, misunderstood by those who didn't see dogs as family. But Emily saw them, because she was them. She organized Zoom meetups, taught people how to build affordable care kits at home, hypoallergenic wipes made from witch hazel and chamomile tea, food journals to track flare-ups, DIY cone collars from pool noodles that didn't scrape their necks raw. She translated complex veterinary terms into human language. She reminded them that healing wasn't instant, and more importantly, it wasn't linear. One of the most powerful stories came from a man named Luis in New Mexico. He was a single dad raising 2 boys after his wife passed away. Their Frenchie, Tyson, had developed sores all over his back and was losing hair in clumps. Luis had no pet insurance and no help. Emily worked with him week after week. They changed Tyson's diet, eliminated grains, bathed him in diluted povidone iodine soaks, switched his laundry detergent to fragrance-free. Tyson slowly improved, but what Louise said in one email never left her. Asterisk, my boys are sleeping again, Emily. Tyson's not crying at night anymore. You didn't just heal our dog. You brought peace back into this house. Asterisk, she read that sentence every morning for a week. Eventually, she started receiving letters from veterinarians. At first, she was nervous. Would they be angry? Feel threatened? But the opposite happened. One vet from Minnesota wrote, asterisk, I share your guides with my clients now. What you've done here, it's beautiful. You're filling a gap the industry forgot. Asterisk, another vet in Scotland reached out to collaborate on a bilingual version of her healing manual. People started tagging her in videos. Transformations that mirror Bruno's. Dogs with crusted ears, bleeding bellies, swollen paws. And weeks later, tails wagging, eyes sparkling, coats shining like velvet again. One video, set to emotional piano music, simply said, asterisk, we followed the Bruno method. We got our baby back. Asterisk, that video hit 11 million views. Emily was asked to speak at a National Pet Wellness Summit. She hesitated. She wasn't a vet, not even a public speaker, just a girl with a dog and a laptop. But she went. She walked up the stage, trembling, clutching a photo of Bruno's worst flare-up. Her voice cracked as she began. I'm not a professional, she said. I'm not a scientist or a vet. I'm just someone who almost lost her best friend to something preventable, and I couldn't sit back and watch it happen to others. Silence, then applause, roaring, heartfelt applause. After the summit, a major natural pet product brand reached out, not with a product to sell, but with a proposal. They wanted to create a new line of truly clean, effective, affordable skincare products for French Bulldogs, co-developed by Emily and a team of holistic vets. Every label would carry a simple phrase, asterisk inspired by Bruno. Made for all, asterisk. She agreed. On one condition, 10% of all profits would go to helping low-income families pay for veterinary care. Within 6 months, the line launched and sold out in 3 days. Bruno, of course, was the face of it all. His little tongue-out grin became a symbol of healing. He appeared on packaging websites, murals in pet stores across the country. But he never cared about the fame. Bruno was just happy to be healthy, snuggled in Emily's lap, covered in blankets and belly rubs. Then, something unexpected happened. Emily got a letter, handwritten, from a 14-year-old girl named Nadia in Croatia. The letter read, Asterisk, my name is Nadia. My French Bulldog, Pasha, was sick for months. We live far from a big city. My parents couldn't afford many vet visits. I felt like I was watching her die. I found your video by accident. I followed everything you said, step by step. Pasha got better. She plays with me again. She smiles. Thank you, Emily. I want to be a vet when I grow up now. Because of you. Asterisk. Emily held the letter to her chest and cried. It was more than viral content now. It was more than reels and guides and shampoos. It was purpose. It was legacy. Bruno passed away 3 years later, peacefully in his sleep. He was 10. His final years were filled with road trips, hikes in the mountains, peanut butter cookies, and more love than most creatures ever get in a lifetime. Emily was devastated. She took time away from the spotlight. But 1 year after his passing, on his birthday, she launched the Bruno Foundation, a nonprofit that funds emergency skincare and vet support for French Bulldogs in shelters around the world. They built mobile clinics, hosted education programs, even funded research on breed-specific skin disorders. And everywhere the foundation went, they told the same story of a little dog named Bruno, of a skin infection that almost took him, of a girl who refused to let it, and how, from one patch of irritated skin, hope spread across the world, because sometimes it doesn't take a degree to change lives. Sometimes it just takes love, relentless, patient, healing love, and a Frenchie with a story worth telling.